Hello everyone, welcome to Department of Collegiate and Technical Education. The subject Machine Tool Technology. Myself is Prasanna, lecturer Mechanical Engineering, Government Polytechnic Mulbagal. Yes, we have been discussing about machine tool technology of the theory of metal cutting. So in these sessions, we are going to discuss what are the tool wear and tool life, factors upon which tool life depends, Taylor's tool life equation, and multi-choice questions. In these sessions, before going to this one, we come to across what is the tool wear and the tool life. See, every tool will be having the life. If the tool has been running for several time, what happens? The tool will be weighed and its life will be gradually decreases. Once the life of the tool has been decreased, what happens? The efficiency will be gradually decrease. So in order to overcome this tool life and the tool wear, we need to replace the tool, otherwise the efficiency will be reduced. We have the different types of tools we have been discussed, like high speed steel, carbide steel, carbon boron nitride steel, and the diamond steels. As compared to the diamond is very costly compared to the other tools, but it is very hard. It's having the properties is very high compared to the other tools. In order to replace those tools, its cost of economy is very high. So we can replace the most economical tools like high speed steel and carbon boron nitride and carbide tools. So in this sessions we will be discussing the what are the tool wear and tool life. Yes, chapter 1, that is the theory of metal cutting in this sessions. Yes, we came across what is the tool wear and the tool life. Life of a cutting tool can be terminated by a number of means, although they fall broadly into two main categories. One is gradually wearing of certain regions of the face and the flank of the cutting tool, and abrupt tool failure. Considering the more desirable case, the life of the cutting tool is therefore determined by the amount of wear that has occurred on the tool profile, and which reduces the efficiency of cutting to an unacceptable level or eventually causes the tool failure. Yes, it is most very important that mainly the tool wear is caused in the geometry or the nomenclature of the tool, which is having the tool profile, which consists of tool face, tool head, tool tail, tool edges, tool heel, backside angle, side inclination angle. So what happens whenever the tool comes in contact with the workpiece, so that it faces directly to the face of the tool, that is the profile, which is having the shank. It mainly causes the face and the flank of the cutting tool, so that if the tool has been provided more time with the workpiece, what happens? Its life of the tool will be gradually reduced. So that in order to reduce the wear and the efficiency of a cutting tool to an unacceptable level, there are two options. Number one is to reshape on the tool on a tool grinder. Another one is to replace the tool with a new one. First we go for the number 1. To reshapen the tool on a tool grinder, we need to bring the tool in contact with the grinding wheels, which is consist of a abrasive stones, so that when we bring the tool in contact with the tool grinder, this grinding wheel consist of abrasive stones will sharpen the edges of the cutting tool, which is having the face as well as flank. So that this is the first option. Now second option is to entirely replace the tool with a new one. We need to replace the entire cutting tool with a new one by purchasing new one. As discussed, the diamond tool is very costly compared to the other tools like high speed steel, carbon boron nitride steam, like that. So that in order to prevent those things, most economical tool can be replaced with a new one. The second possibility applies in the two cases. What is this? When the resource for the tool resharpening is exhausted, there is no availability of resharpening, is totally eliminated, the tool does not allow for the resharpening. Example, in case of the indexable carbon insights, in that cases we need to directly replace the cutting tool. Okay, these are the most very good option to reduce the tool wear and to increase the tool life. Number 1 is to resharpen the tool on a tool grinder. Number 2 is to replace the tool with a new one. Right? Okay, we go for the next slide. Yes, very important. The next thing is the tool wear and the tool life. Normally the tool wear will be caused in the wear zones. What are the wear zones? Then gradually it has been divided into 3 parts, principal locations. Okay, gradual wear occurs on the through principal occurs. Number 1 is it occurs on the crater wear. Number 2 is flank wear. Number 3 is corner wear. We coming to the crater wear. Where the crater wear will occurs, the tool will be having the face and the shank. Therefore that entire thing will be called as the crater wear, which comes directly under the workpiece. Number 2 is flank wear. Flank wear will come to the corner of the side rake angles and the heels. It comes to the flank wear, and the corner wear will coming to the heels and the side inclination angle. There the things will come under the corner wear. So that normally the wear zones occurs in crater wear, flank wear and the corner wear. In order to reduce those wears which is created in the crater, flank and the corner, we need to refurnish the tool with the grinding tool. We need to refurnish the tool with the grinding tool, as well as we need to replace the entire cutting tool which is available. Okay, this is the wear zones occurring. We go for the next slide. Yes, very important. The next thing is factors upon which tool life depends. What are the factors upon which tool life depends? Number 1 is cutting speed. Yes, the tool life is mainly depend upon the cutting speed. How much RPM the tool is coming in contact with the work speed in the millimeter per revolutions, that is the cutting speed. And number 2 is physical properties of the workpiece, whether the workpiece is which is a brittle property, which is having a ductile property or malleability. Depending upon the workpiece properties, it mainly depends on the physicals. Number 3 is the area of a cut. Yes, we need to sometimes in the workpiece we need to cut maximum amount of the workpiece should be cutted. So that what happens, if we cut more area, then the more heat will be reduced due to the friction it will be created. So that it mainly depends, the tool life will mainly depends upon the area of the cut. Number 4, we go for the ratio of feed to depth of cut. Yes, how much ratio the feed, the millimeter per revolution, how much feed you give at how much depth of the cut the tool life will be dependent. Number 5 is the shape and angles of the tool. Very important. Number 5 is the shape and angles of a tool. At what shape, whether it is a oblique cutting or the orthogonal cutting like 2D or 3D, how much side rake angle should be provided for that particular tool will be calculated. Number 6 is very important, that is the nature and the quantities of a coolant. Whether the coolant is a adhesive property, otherwise whether it is a cohesive property, because once this coolant, if it is not having the cooling agent property, what happens, it causes the corrosions on the tool while it has been turning the workpiece. So that very important, some of the factors will depends upon the factors upon which the tool life depends is the cutting speed, the physical properties of the workpiece, the area of the cut, the ratio of feet to depth of cut, the shape and angle of the tool, and very important is the nature of quantities of a coolant. Yes, these are the factors. Next we go for the very important term is the Taylor tools life equations. Yes, normally what happens, some of the scientists has been his name called as the Taylor. He defined what is the tool life. See, every object will be having some life quantity. Every age, every shine, and every material. What happens? It corrodes as the life increases. So that due to this, the Taylor has been defined the equation as Vt to the power of n, that equals C. Normally, the tool life of any tool work for any work material is governed mainly by the level of machining parameters, that is cutting velocity, feed, depth of cut, etc. Majorly, the cutting velocity affects the maximum and depth of cut minimum. So that the Taylor derived the simple equation as Vt to the power of n, that equals to C, where n is called the Taylor tool life exponent. The values of both n and C depends mainly upon the tool work materials, that is the ductile, malleable or brittle materials, and the cutting environment, that is cutting fluid applications. So that the value of the C is mainly depends also on the limiting the value of VB undertaken. So the ranges falls under this category is 0.3 mm, 0.4 mm, 0.6 mm, etc. Very important. Therefore, the Taylor tool life is being given in the equation of Vt to the power of n, that equals to C. That is the Taylor tool life equation. The majorly depend upon the Taylor tool life equation is mainly depend upon the cutting velocity, the feed, and the depth of cut. The value ranges is 0.3 mm, 0.4 mm, and 0.6 mm. Yes, that is the Taylor tool life equation. Yes, before going to the multi-choice question, in this sessions we discussed about what is tool wear and the tool life, and how this tool wear and the tool life can be prevented by using the two options, by adopting to reshapen the tool as well as to replace the tool with a new one. And number 2 is how the tool wear is normally appeared in the wear zones like crater wear, flank wear, and the corner wear, and what are the factors upon which tool life depends. Number 1, we go cutting speeds, what are the properties of workspace, area of the cut, ratio of feet to depth of cut, shape and angles of the tool, nature and quantities of the coolant, and the final things we had discussed is the Taylor tool life equation, that is Vt to the power of n, that equals to constant, whereas the Taylor tool life exponent is mainly dependent upon the what is the cutting velocity, what is the cutting speed, what is the depth of cut. These are the parameters which mainly affects the Taylor's tools life equation. Yes, we go for the slide is the multi-choice questions. Number 1 is factors upon which tool life depends. Option A is cutting speed. Option B is physical properties of workpiece. Option C is area of cut. Option D is all of the above. The answer is the tool life is mainly depends on cutting speed, physical properties and the area of cut. The answer is option D, that is all of the above. Okay, second questions. We go for the gradual wear are classified according to option A crater wear, option B flank wear, option C corner wear, D all of the above. Yes, we have been discussed the gradual wear is normally classified in according to the comes under the category of the crater wear which faces the face. Number 2 is the flank, number 3 is the corner. So the option is D, that is all of the above. Yes. Wear and hence tool life of any tool for any work material is governed mainly by the level of the machining parameters. Option A cutting velocity, option B feed, option C depth of cut, option D all of the above. I repeat the questions. The wear and hence tool life of any tool for any work material is governed mainly by the level of the machining parameters. Option A cutting velocity, option B feed, option C depth of cut, option D all of the above. Yes, the work material and tool life is mainly depends upon the mostly machining parameters, that is cutting velocity, number 2 is feed, number 3 is depth of cut. Yes, the answer is all of the above. Yes, in this sessions, see this is the answers of this session of MCQ. Option A we have option D, question number 1, question number 2 is D again. Yes, question number 3 again the same answer, that is the all of the above. So that in this sessions we came across how the tool life it has been varied, how the tool wear and the tool life of the tool can be increased by adopting the two parameters. Number 1 is by replacing with the new one, or number 2 is by bringing the tool with the grinding wheel and to begin to grind. And what are the factors and which affects the tool life? Mainly on the cutting velocity and the speed and the feed and physical properties of the material and the corners on which it mainly depends, and the other things we discuss about how the threader wear, tool wear is mainly comes under which category. The tool wear will comes under which category it comes under, that is the wear zones, that is the crater, that is the flank zone, and we coming to the corner wear. Okay, corner zone. These are the things in which the tool life is mainly, tool wear is mainly dependent upon. And we came across the various multi-choice questions. Normally what happens, because in majorly the diamond tool will be not used most prominently. Why? Because it has been implemented it is not been implemented due to very high cost. So that this diamond tools has been totally eliminated. It is very hard, it is having a good properties, but what happens for the high speed steel like other steels, it is more economical to purchase and to yes, these are the sessions we discussed and these are the answers. I wish, thank you, I hope you people understood the answers.